Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this interesting session together with three of us, our three CEO session this morning, a day in the life of a CEO. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dave Flynn. I'm the CEO for Blicknor Group. We're a company that's very much focused on the growth of iGaming and making sure that we take a piece within both B2C and B2B parts of the industry right now. Let me introduce the other two colleagues that we have on the call today. Tsachi Maimon from Aspire Global. Tsachi, say good morning.
Hi, David. Good morning. Hi, Robert. So I'm Tsachi. I'm the CEO of Aspire Global, and we are dealing with mainly B2B products, selling platform, games, and sport, now with the recent acquisition of BtoBet. And it's great to have you some coffee in the morning.
Thank you very much. And Robert Andersson, please introduce yourself, Robert, from Acroud.
Yeah, morning, guys. My name's Robert. Been the CEO now of Acroud since March. Been in this industry since 2015. So before that, held the position of CEO in N-Labs, which is an iGaming operator focused in the Baltics. And before that, I was the CEO of Catena Media. So ran a few companies in this industry, and yeah.
Excellent, thank you very much. I think collectively we have almost 50 years in the iGaming business. Just thought I'd make you both feel rather old already this morning. Sorry about that.
I was smiling, and now you make me sad.
Okay, so we have just 20 minutes this morning. A few questions just to kick off. I think what everybody's probably interested in is, how do we start the day in the morning, in the day of the life of a CEO? Do you have any particular routines? I know I have mine, but I'll save mine till later. Thank you. Over to you.
So I think that is sadly enough to say, I start the morning before I hug my newborn, who is looking about the numbers of yesterday. This is where my eyes goes first. Then, of course, there is a running of the morning. I used to run 3-4 times a week. And then I take my coffee. So this is the routine before I'm entering to the zone of the workday.
Hey, Robert, what about yourself?
I think that that depends. It's a selective routine in the sense that I spend my time divided in several places. So they tend to vary, but I have set routines for each and every place. So I have my family in Spain, and I myself live in Malta. So whether I wake up in the morning alone, or whether I wake up where the family lives or in a hotel room, they all look a little bit different, but I second Tsachi's first things first is that you tend to look on the phone what's happened overnight business-wise, and then some news, and then get some sort of exercise in, either be it running or swimming or something like that, and then get on with the day, or actually start the work routine, which would be trying to dust off as many boring tasks as possible while you still have some sort of focus, and then get on with actually doing more forward-leaning work.
That's an important question. I mean, one of the things I always tend to do first thing in the morning is, check the numbers from the day before, make sure that everything's aligned and how it should be before actually starting my morning routine. And unlike yourselves, where you're drinking coffee, I'm straight into the tea like a good old Englishman. Okay. And then, where possible, get on the bike. Try and do an hour on the bike before going to the office or working from home, as it is at the moment. When you talk about different routines, I mean, is there a different way in which you do shift your tasks between morning towards afternoon as your attention span wavers during the day? Is there anything that our viewers can take from this?
Well, for me, it's clearly that I try and get, as I call it, administrative slash, if I'm very honest, extremely boring tasks, but still mandatory tasks out of the way as soon as possible, in order to focus on things that I enjoy more, which would be call it creative meetings or strategy meetings or talking to the staff, anything related to driving the business forward that, kind of gives you energy. Because one thing I know is that if I save the boring tasks to last, they tend to not happen. So,
and Tsachi,
it's actually the same with exercise. If I decide that I'll do my exercising after a day of work, it tends not to happen also.
Yeah, I can align with that one.
So when I calculate and plan the day, usually I start the meetings only after 11 o'clock. I want the first few hours to go over the emails to see if something is a little bit urgent and popping, maybe to do some calls to some key employees in the company to understand how the day is planned for them, to just get a grip. And I can say that I'm approaching the day with having mainly 2 or 3, like the most important things that I need to do. That I know that if the day will pass and I didn't do those 2, 3 things, so it's a wasted day. All the rest is important, but as Robert said, there are a lot of jumping tasks during the day. But if I will not complete those 2, 3, this is a wasted day. All the rest is a bonus from my perspective. So this is how I try to prioritize during the day.
Making sure that you hit at least those achievements and then you've accomplished those items. Yeah. My list normally has about 4 things on it, actually. There may be the odd day when I don't hit all 4 for sure, but I mean, yeah, within both of your cases, the companies are mainly centrally focused in the European time zone. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you look at least if you look at where the